Alrighty, what's up lads? Welcome back to another episode of my Roman Empire playthrough. In the last episode we took a huge amount of land geographically, which is really nice. And this episode we've got 240% overextension, so we've got to sort that out one way or another. And looking at targets, and I think Pingu, we might not be able to fully annex him. I think with Imperialism CB we can fully annex Pingu here. But we will be overextended, so we'll have a look at a new subject or something like that. I mean, we're doing fine on Diplo points. We could go one over, I'm not worried about that, but I'll choose us up with Pingu going in against him, and in 2 years time I'll choose us up with Mexico. But before we get started, alright, I'm really sick of you guys being really bad. Okay, so we're going to buy a Defender of the Faith and get another missionary because you guys are really bad, okay? But I forgive you. You know, you guys might be really, really bad at this game, but I'm just a really humble monk, okay? And I forgive you for being bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do you guys a favor, alright? And pick up that Defender of the Faith, alright? You freaking idiots. Okay, let's get back into this. So, let's go ahead and look at our Indian subject, whose name is there. And we're going to grant him as much as we can of India. Let's start with that. I really hope that not having that missionary for that long doesn't cost me, man. That'd be, feel bad, man, but it's okay. Here we go. I've got to be disciplined and make sure I don't make a mistake here. Giving all the right provinces. Now, some of these are his core. Oh, apparently that's it. We just gave him his 2 and only core there. But, of course, the good news is that he didn't have religious, did he? Oh, he just took religious. When does the missionary strength come? On the 3rd one. Very nice. He does have religious. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. My point is we can give him even more land. Even more land. Because some of it was his core. Only now does he begin to overextend. I've got to make sure though that it's the correct province because I don't save scum or anything like that. And we've got a lot to do, unfortunately, including hand provinces off to Norway. Okay, I also could go to war with Bengal as well. That's an option. And in order to do that, we would be called in against the Timurids. We would bail the Orthodox Canadians out of this mess if we fought that war. But I'm still coring up some of the Timuridian land. So it seems a bit counterproductive. I think I'll go ahead and continue giving him the coast. I don't really care though. We don't seem to be able to give him that much. We're almost done here. Actually, let's focus on areas a bit. Oh, we have focused on areas unintentionally, but that's fine. Continue to give him the rest of this area, except that's overextension. So I'll give him whatever I can that's he can afford. Ray. Mora. Alright, let's see what else we can give him. Surely he'll take something. Now I also have provinces to give to Ming as well. Wait, where's that one? W. I don't see W. Alright. That might be all we can give him. Haha. Let's check this really quick. Alright. Any of these really low development? I guess not. If I can't give 13 or 6, alright. He's not going to take anything else. Alrighty. Now, yeah, Norway. Let's begin, needless to say, by giving him his cores back. But we're going to give even more than that. Brat. Don't know where that is, but apparently this is core as well. No, I've cored it up. That was not his core. It wasn't giving him overextension because I've cored it up. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tedious, guys, because I'm going to have to cancel in order to save what we've already spent and then hand it off. Not just what we've spent, the admin. I'm not too fast about skimping on the little bit of admin there, but also the time that it takes to core them up. I don't want to cancel and then re-core something if I can avoid it. Is that the right one? Looks like it. Dell. He's doing fine on overextension. I expect an apology in the comments, by the way, for everybody. And your guys' mistake how you didn't take the Defender of the Faith. It's unacceptable. I'm so mad at you. I spent all this time watching and playing this campaign. For this, guys? Are you serious about getting the Defender of Faith or not? Alright? You damn guys. Is that the right one? Yeah, I think it is. Alright, I actually didn't check the overextension. God dang it. I think he's got more in him, right? Come on, Mike, pay attention. Oh, he's only at 55. That's pretty good, mate. He must have, I reckon, I mean, these aren't that high development, obviously, but I reckon he probably managed to get some absolutism or something. A little bit of absolutism going. 77. Did he have religious? No, he didn't. Yeah, that's a shame. Scandinavia did have religious ideas. If only there was a way. I guess I could have converted those islands and just held on to the core. But if you guys and then release Scandinavia, you know. But if you guys recall, I 88. I guess let's give him Gotland as well. I was actually over 100% overextension when I made that move. So holding on. Oh, dang it. Alright. That's all Norway's going to take. That's fine. Alrighty. I also seem to have cancelled my mission in progress, whether intentionally or unintentionally. I probably handed off a province that I was converting. Alrighty. Ming. Surely you've made some space, some progress. I humbly request that you take something. Alrighty. He has made some progress. Very nice. This is core, is it? That was... I must be looking at the wrong province. LAI. Huh. I can't grant it because it's covered by rebels, I guess. Alright, why? Let's go deal with those rebels then in that case. That's not good. Let's use some maneuver there. And I'm going to start trying to consolidate non-infantry to put our manpower into our infantry. Yeah, also, I mean, I've been sort of consolidating just a little bit in general because we kind of don't need as many forces, you know, nowadays. I also would like to have some troops marching over to Pegu, if that is in fact your real name, sir. Okay, so we're obviously still... Oh, that's right, Sweden survived. On that little island, the booger. We're obviously still over 100. Not by much. I wonder if we could get under 100 via giving provinces to Ming. I am not sure. We should be coring these up, though. That's all I can give to India. We've got plenty of provinces to convert, including Japanese provinces. Let me think. So, do we go straight back to war? How are our colonies doing? So it took me a while, guys. Some people were telling me, but I wasn't quite comprehending exactly what was going on. Like, I've been busy doing other stuff, but apparently what's happened here, is they've added more provinces. I think that's what's happened. They've added more provinces into the game, but they were added prior to me starting this campaign. So that's why there are sort of these glitchy provinces here. It has not bugged out the game entirely, but these are new provinces which are not in my game because they were not in the game when I started the game, if that makes sense, the beginning of this campaign. So they will be in the game from now on. But with that being said, I don't really know. Some people have speculated that it will bug my game out, and we won't get one faith because it's not orthodox, but it's actually no religion, right? Yeah, I don't know what to say. But we'll just truck on and see what happens. It's a little bit unfortunate if something goes wrong. We will see. Yep, so I'm looking forward to going back to a war there in a moment. But, let's try to hand some more of these provinces off to Japan. To Ming. And then we'll declare another war. Alright, where's Y? It's just reverse alphabetical, right? But still, I'm dumb enough to where I never feel like I can find anything. Oh, well, he's not going to take anything more, really, is he? Is there anything really low? Maybe he'll take a 7 development province. Yeah, he will. Okay, so at least we know he's at 99% overextension. Struggling to call that stuff up. It doesn't help us all that much. We're still over, but it's just going to be how it is. I guess we're doing well enough on admin. I'm just going to go ahead and call them up, and I'm happy to give them to him anyway, as yeah, we can just spend some admin inefficiently. I'm not too worried about it. He will not struggle to overextend, excuse me, you know what I'm saying, just spend it for him. I don't really care whether we spend it or not, as long as it's stabilized and under our control. So back to war we go, I suppose. But I must get some troops into position first and foremost. A lot of our subjects have been doing a good job converting. I mean, some of them not so much. But Poland, in fact, has also converted some provinces last episode, and hopefully he continues doing that. He does have humanist ideas, so it's not too likely. The Holy Bro is also bad at converting his own provinces. Both of these can be converted once their modifiers go away. And everything else is under our control. Poland's got a decent amount. You can see Cleves here converting provinces, good on him. Poland's got a decent amount of non-Orthodox provinces, which I will be sure to convert when we need to. Geez, I can never find a nice terrain here in India. I don't think there is all that much nice terrain. Oh, you're kidding me. This province is not going to core up. Well, I think we'll just have to deal with that. Pingu has core here. Pigu, however you say his name. Now, Ming at any time could core one of these up without me realizing it. Like he already has. I'm glad I checked. Okay, so we're behind in tech here. He's got high level forts, but we've got quite some time. Let's get this war started. Spend those military points on these forts. Placate Ming to mobilize his troops. I saw he had 80k troops in that one area in southern China. That's something. Oh, that was a Shinto province. Was that owned by Japan? I didn't even realize. Oh, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? I think it was owned by Russia, and because the trading company kept the religion. Long time ago, that I remember now. The Japanese were invading China, which was pretty impressive. This game, Ming just straight up did poorly, didn't he? Which was a bit unusual. A bit of a blessing. I think we would have crushed him either way. There's definitely an advantage in some, well, not exactly an advantage, but it's not too hard if you're objectively more powerful than Ming to just attack his subjects one after another and pull yourself back into war. We've been there and done that before. More and more so the world's looking Orthodox. Looks like this nation, we converted a lot of Spanish Colombia's provinces, but he's done the rest himself, which is good. That should flip back. Let's go deal with them. Throw a general on here. Oh, he's walking off somewhere, the Mongols. Into Russia. That should flip back via the fort faster than when we get there. Just come down here and participate in this war. go ahead and build some of these buildings to boost the missionary strength a little bit. Is there really not a temple here? That's weird. Why did it seem to have it grayed out there when we could build it? Because I need to click on the temple, that's why. No? Huh? What? What? I don't know how to play this game. What? I don't know how to play this game. I've never played this game before in my life, guys. I'm a little bit of a noob. So give me a break there. I don't know how to build buildings. Right, I'm trying to think. We could give Khmer provinces here from Pingu, couldn't we? We could just give him provinces that we own, no problem, and then give him provinces here because, let's go ahead and take a look. I think this is going to be over 100. Yeah, nice. He can take that. It's obviously going to be worth more to him than us. But 13 overextension, he can handle it, I'm sure. Excellent. This rebel's doing an impeccable job preventing me from progressing with my cores. It's quite upsetting. It's almost like they're trying to revolt from my country or something to that effect. Check out that Roman Japan dough. Feels good, man. Oh man, a part of me feels like this game is so close to the end, but I mean, there's a ways to go. Oh, I just clicked past that rebel. I actually tried to click go to there. Thank goodness I found them. Zealots. Oh no, I've got nothing to respond to that. They might convert that up to Buddhist. Then we'll have to convert it back when we can get there. Yeah, I mean, the war against Mexico is not even our last war, guys, and we're waiting on the truce there. It's a bit awkward. You bastiche. Why would he do that? Why would you convert my land when I'm trying to win faith? Have some respect. This here is Orthodox land. Okay, our composition's not that bad there, actually. Better pretty much have our best general there. Is there a way, guys? I think there is but I don't know how, unfortunately, to check available metropolitans. I think there is a way, but I don't know how myself, unfortunately. It has to be accepted culture, and then it has to be stated up to consecrate metropolitan. So I think we did it in all the Francine ones. Austrian Crimean. Yeah, I think we've done it everywhere. Alright, I was seeing if we could take the... I want to keep the missionary strength like I suspected, but I was considering taking the discipline one more time. I don't seem to have enough troops down here in India. We've got a lot of troops idling in Europe. Let's just waltz down there with some. Now, of course, this is all non-Orthodox land, so the Norwegians are feeling it a bit there, even though a lot of it is his core. He does have overextension, and it's all heretical. I think, however, we just got under 100. Thank goodness. So sick of being overextended and having our rebels spawn at a larger size. I should learn hotkeys as well. Something I've been meaning to do for some time. I usually do in most games learn hotkeys certainly sooner than the amount of time I've put into this game. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just been lazy in that regard. I actually am going to let him walk onto this jungle. Let him commit. And then we get the defensive there. Get wrecked, mate. He might get stack wipes there. Oh, his general's really good. I think he moved it, actually. Same general. I was going to say that general surely is not as good, but it is. Everybody seems to get really good generals, even though they don't have the same army tradition that I do, and then even though my army tradition's 100, because I'm constantly at war, I seem to be, I mean, certainly never getting 6-6 or 5-6 or anything like that, and when I do, they're the soonest to die. I've spoken on it before, but I swear, I get good luck in other ways, so it balances out, but my generals are never good men. I always get really excited when I get a good general for that reason, and then they seem to, as soon as I blink, they have passed away. Oh, what? Damn it. Where are you? Arrgh. He didn't convert that one. Thank goodness. Stupid rebels. Alright, this. Become barraged. Become barraged. We did stack wipe his little troop there. That was good. He was outnumbered like 2-1. But we are too powerful. See? 100 tradition general. 3-4-4-3. I mean, could be worse. But I don't know, man. You would think eventually I'd get a good general, just saying. What's going on up here? Are we good? That's core, isn't it? We're good. Norway seems to be progressing on just about everything we gave him. Beginning to core it up. Oh yeah, of course, Poland might be converting provinces here and I'm not noticing. Doesn't seem to be the case, actually. Don't know where the missionaries are. Seems as though they are not using them. It's just how it is. I need to stop these bloody rebels. So, is there any benefit we can gain from gaining an idea, guys? I mean, I kind of value my points too much, I feel like. That's not bad. Let's quickly look at our policies. I don't think we have anything religious. Speed. However, there is a religious ideas and a military idea combined. There is one. I could focus my military, but it would be a long way from finishing a military idea. I won't worry about it. Stability's at 3. We're doing well in that regard. that's something that I'm going to have to manage here as we begin to truce break. A lot of my admin points are going to go into stability. I can see it now, because we need to keep that stability up for the missionary strength that it provides. It's so annoying. These rebels are really preventing me from coring these up, which means my it's going to be a little bit unbalanced, my overextension. But hopefully Chimera can resolve any kind of situation there. I do want to peace out this war soon, but we're going to be waiting on that capital city either way. A lot of people, just like myself, they don't know if I'm going to make it or not. It's definitely intense, but at the same time, it's such a slow roll. You know what? Let's roll like a mission. That's something I should have been more vigilant about. If you can get convert such province and get +1 missionary strength buff. That's something I need. None of these do missionary strength, do they? No. Our raw is not very good, but our air is very good. In 11 years, I might abdicate if he's not dead yet. The stack would be really useful to bring down. So how about we bring it down? That's just a fort level 2. It's no big deal. We can flip it back in our direction soon enough. Grasslands. Let's walk out to the grasslands. So is there any more war in Europe? Just this, I suppose. Any more war to be had? Just Sweden, I suppose. Who's guaranteed by Russia? Of course he is. Fantastic. Thanks for that, Russia. Thanks for that. Appreciate you. I don't absolutely hate you or anything like that. Nah. Good job, mate. I wonder if it's because he wants it. Does he desire it? No. No. Great. So we're going to have to fight Russia again. That's really good news. It's just going to have to be long enough until we white peace him. Okay, we're making a decent progress on his capital city. Oh, and we were quite lucky there with the how soon we acquired it. Also a majestical stack wipe. Surprisingly, with our Zero Shock General. Wow. Really surprised we did stack wipe him there. But that's certainly good in terms of his enthusiasm. His enthusiasm is appalling, as we can see. And we also stack wiped him there. Fantastic. So we can fully annex him. That's pretty cool. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. We will be overextended. It is what it is. Move this game along more. Alrighty, Chimera. Let's go ahead and give you some land just for the lols. Make yourself a little bit stronger. Just because I love you. And then you can go ahead and core up this land for me. Hopefully a tremendous amount. We'll see how much. I'm quite likely to be overextended here, but it shouldn't be for long. That's already 41 overextension. That's a strange name, Ever Province. With just the U there. Alright, what else can I give you? I might just give them provinces for the heck of it, I don't care. But I'm trying to find, there we go. Let's give him that. He's at 95%. Yep, we're overextended a small amount. That's alright. That's just fine. I just freaking converted one of these, didn't I? Let's stop that. And let's core this all up. Clean up the rebels. He just hired a bunch of mercenaries, the booger. Alrighty, looking pretty good, guys. Not much left of the world. And it looks like we've caught up all the Timurid land. So I want to rush in here, hopefully bailing out Canada out of this mess. Next war is going to be against Bengal. And we're going to fully annex all three of these nations, which we can afford to do even though they're not co-belligerent. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get some troops into position. Now, can he be fully annexed at 50% cost? He can. Excellent. So Jampur we're going to take out as well once I declare war on Japan again. Coming up. Now, truce has also come up with Mexico, or this year it should be December. Alrighty. I actually have some troops up here which I should have moved down. So I wonder if he's built forts. We also want to do Colombia first. Nice, I've got a big stack there. Excellent. I feel like we've got enough troops in the New World. But that's going to be next episode, guys. Very much appreciate you guys watching still at this late stage of the game. And I hope you're watching. I hope you're enjoying as much as I am. I forgot about my colonists for most of this episode. Let's try to throw them down somewhere before I forget next episode as well. But I can afford to slack in that regard, thankfully, because there's very few provinces remaining which need to be colonized. But that's it, guys. I was hoping to kind of finish up some of these cores here and be no longer overextended. Maybe we can do that. Let's just write it out just for a moment here. And also begin coring some of these up. How rude. How rude. Let's bring these troops down here as well. to where they can be utilized. Where's this province? I'm just afraid that I'm not coring something that I want to be coring. Okay, good. Canada could get wrecked. That's a bit of an issue. He could get pieced out, I suppose. He could give up. His enthusiasm must be fairly high, though. You know? Or not low, is what I'm trying to say. What I am trying to describe. I don't need both of these guys here. Alrighty, we're no longer overextended. So, back to the usual jam, guys. I'm going to be declaring this war, where, apart from this core there, oh, and that core, okay, so a little bit of core that we won't be progressing, it's just how it is nowadays. Planning, of course, to fully annex the Timurids, Bengal, and Malacca, and I may full well release Bengal, or somebody, as a subject, we'll see. And also do some feeding of like Chimera into Malacca if he has the, you know, overextension space. But either way, if we overextend, it is what it is. There's only a few wars remaining before the end of the game. So I'm going to be fighting in the New World and here in East India and, well, around Asia, I suppose, in general, next episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you then.